Annuity formulas. Okay, so there's a couple of categories of formulas. First, the future value. So here you're looking to get the payment, the large amount of money at the end. So notation for this, we have R as the payment. We have N as number of periods with interest. I is the interest per period, so this is period interest. Be careful about that. So usually when you're given an interest rate, it's usually the annual interest rate, not the period interest rate. So you have to adjust it internally for these calculations. And then there's possibly a special symbol you might encounter. This is SN angle I. And this represents the growth factor. So, all right, so for future value, we have ordinary. So that's going to be, so here the key is you see payment at end. So the payment is at the end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the year. So the future value will be the interest rate times this growth factor term. And this this piece here comes from a geometric series expansion. And so in terms of the other notation, but this is the primary one we're going to be focusing on, but you might encounter this somewhere else. The other type of annuity here for future value that you will typically encounter is what's known as an annuity due, and here the payments are at the beginning. So this is going to be very similar, but what happens is because the payments are made at the beginning, they earn an extra amount of interest. So we have this growth factor that's the same as for the ordinary annuity. But what's different is that because we have this extra growth here, we have a factor of 1 plus the period interest rate, because it has an extra compounding. Then in terms of the other notation, so it's SN angle I, and then you have to multiply by this additional period interest. Okay. This is part 1.